You a quick opportunity to learn how to use UDOIT. UDOIT is a new tool that the college has invested in to help scan your courses for accessibility issues. And so, a couple of caveats here that I want to start with is there will be more training, there will be more demonstrations, and you will get further support. I'm also going to link some UDOIT training that they provide as well that is self-guided so that you can answer some of your own questions. But I wanted to pop this out before break so that those of you that wanted to work on your content during break have the opportunity to do so. So to activate UDOIT in your course, you're going to go to Settings. And then this is a navigation feature. So you're going to need to scroll all the way down, grab UDOIT, or just turn it on, whichever you prefer. Go ahead and bring it so that it is visible, and then don't forget to save. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click on UDOIT in your course. Now, I say this with the caveat that I have gone through this course with other instructional designers as well, prior years, and so we had already scanned the course with the Canvas page scanner, the materials, those kind of things, and it had come up like it was good to go. But UDOIT digs a little bit deeper and scans against the WCAG 2.1 standards. So right now you see that it is activating and it is scanning the course content, which by all means was already sufficient and proficient according to WCAG 2.1, but this takes it up a notch. And so you're going to see that even though it was quote unquote good to go before, this is going to catch some additional things. This should not alarm anyone or make you feel like you're doing anything incorrectly. Just know that this is enhancing your content to absolutely ensure that it is in the best possible format for all of our learners, including those that have visual disabilities or impairments. And so don't take offense when it comes scanning and says your course needs a whole lot of assistance. So it's already done, and then we're going to go ahead and let it continue. It came up with 91%, so it still is saying that there's some issues here, and it found 43 errors. And so the errors I really want to go ahead and address. The suggestions are just things that I might want to take a look at. When I look at this, it's going to allow me to begin by clicking on You Fix It. And then here's where it's going to capture some things for me. It says video captions appear to be automatically generated and may contain errors. And so it wants me just to double check that my captions are okay here. And in this, I know that they are, so I can click Next. Same thing. I can actually scan the video if I want to, and it will double check for me, but these are hosted on YouTube, and I happen to know that they are meeting the requirements already. But I can do all of this right here within the UDOIT tool. For this one, it tells me, again, the video is still automatically generated because it was put into YouTube. And this here, it tells me that I have an activity or assessment that cannot be fixed within UDOIT, and so I have to go into the LMS or mark as a manual resolution. I wanted to take a look here where it says activities and assessments, potential use of color alone to communicate the form. And so if it notes here that there are, the highlight was used to denote that something was significant, and that is a strategy that goes against what is a best practice. And we don't want to just use color to signify something is important. So it's going to also allow me to add something additional. So we can use bold or italics or just remove the highlight as well. And I can do any of those things. What's interesting here though is if I click on that, I can save it right inside of the UDOIT tool, and then it's going to change it on my Canvas page. Similar here, heading levels have been skipped, and so what that's going to mean is that it wants you to go heading 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But sometimes we don't start with 1, 2, or 3. We just use headings 4s or heading 4 inside of our pages or heading 3 inside of our pages. We don't necessarily have a markdown format. And so you can click manual resolution here that this is proficient. I happen to know what page this is on. And so it's fine. It's not hurting anything. There is a heading used, and every other text inside of that page is paragraph. And so a screen reader would read the heading first and then everything that was paragraph text. So it's fine. Same thing here. Again, it's flagging my videos, so I can click on next issue here. It's fine. I can also click on manual resolution if I just want it to go away from my UDOIT tool. Link has nondescript text, so this is another example here where there is a link where it says watch the video here, and so this is not necessarily a best practice. We would want to, right here, this is telling you what the video is about, but ideally instead of here, we would change that text to watch the TEDx video, something of that nature. So this is not a best practice. This is going to take a little bit more finessing than just fixing it into the UDOIT tool. But I can change this to watch the video from TED Ed. And it will allow me to save it. And so it changed the text in my Canvas page automatically. I don't have to go navigate to the page inside of Canvas. And so what you're really looking for is fixing the errors. The suggestions are just for you to make sure that it is correct. It goes pretty quickly. I had a course that had 278 errors and was flagged as just 57% accessible. And it took me about 35 minutes to go through. And so what you're really looking a lot, but it's just a preview of what it looks like. How do you determine which one is the error that I should be fixing and which one is a suggestion? If you hover over the exclamations, it tells you it's an error. If you hover over the I, it tells you that it's a suggestion. So really, again, we are just looking at the things that are errors. And truly, again, this is a heading level skipped where we used heading level 4 or 3, and we didn't use any of the 1s or 2s. It is still following markdown rules, so I can just put that it has been addressed. We don't need to change the heading level at this point because it does read correctly with the screen reader. These are all issues where, in this case, again, it's a heading, so I'll just confirm that it is fine, and next issue. In this case, there is a table that does not include a header row, or at least it can't find the header row, but I am pretty certain that there is a header on that table, but it's fine. I can absolutely click on make a row header and I can save that, and it'll fix the table for me right here in UDOIT. So I'm going to close this here, but we can see that my errors have already gone down and now my course accessibility score has gone up. So it doesn't take that long and it scans your entire course. So we obviously would highly suggest running this through your master before importing it into your new course. Again, we will link in the email we're going to send the tutorial and the self-guided instruction from UDOIT. However, just know that support will be available next week should you need it. And then when we come back from break, we'll do a quick live demo and then obviously support that week for you with drop-ins. And so happy UDOIT fixing and diagnosing your courses, but this hopefully will save you some time and allow you to scan through your materials much quicker than a manual process would. Take care, everybody. A lot, but it's just